already. Who knows? Alright, but you don't do that. So, like in a map like this, or any type of map, you can't just do that. Okay. Right here, one thing that's very important, you have to really play around this corner right here. Specifically because they have a queen. Like, already, right, you want to do that. But specifically because they have a queen, you really want to do that because all it takes is for them to have an Ana, right? Or a mate or something. And that little fucking pool can just exponentially just get worse and worse. And it'll just lead to your death. So right here, I would do that shit that I always do against corner where like I charge with the far strike here and then release it there and just like barely peek, cause you can get very punished for just not respecting her knife. Son of a bitch. Remember the shit that I told you, right? Imagine you kill her here, maybe because of the damage boost help. I mean, you got a bunch of assists there, so. But and here, this is kind of a no-brainer moment, a little bit, to just swing fire strike. Because not only can you kill her if she gets away, right? Like maybe you need one more swing, but she just makes it off in time. But also, there's all these people behind her that if they come in here, like the Mercy will probably get hit if you throw fire strike too. If the turret wants to like come help, he'll probably get hit too. And then again, there's more ult charge. And if you practice that habit constantly throughout the game, you're gonna have a lot more shatters. So it's a very important habit. And it's just really, it would have been convenient to help you kill the queen here if you didn't kill her with that last swing. Also, I'm not saying you did it here, but when you throw a fire strike, always track someone, at least someone, right? Don't just like, don't just be like, oh, I see people, I'll throw a fire strike. Like, aim it to try and estimate where somebody is gonna be at. But just don't just throw it because you see a crowd at the crowd, okay? Okay, so this right here, this is bad. Like, you're catching damage left and right. Like, you're getting a lot of kills, but it's just very risky. Also, you have to, and this is why it's just important to have the high fucking sensitivity. I'm sure this won't be a problem when we go to PC, so thank God for that shit. But like right here, if you pay attention, the Tor barely gets away to the right. Like he's one swing away. Look how close he is. Like right here, you want to make the swing like this. You want to like go like this, shoom, so that you can hit the Mercy potentially and reach the Torp too. Because the hitbox is kind of like extended a little bit when you like hard swing it, right? Like you could have killed the Torp, but instead you just kind of forget about the Torp and focus on Mercy. Okay, this is bad. You don't have to swing at this at all. Like you should have. Yeah, look, you have. These people are playing back, but that's okay. You have a Hanzo here, right? And an Ashe. They would have taken care of that turret, and you would have had no need to destroy it. Like, in a moment like that, when you're under no pressure, just let your team take care of it. If it's harming nobody, just let them deal with it. Cause imagine this guy spamming. Imagine he lands a headshot because you want to break a turret that was already useless and that was already gonna die. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you die anyways here because you just went too far, but you just don't have to swing at this, okay? You can just let it be because no one's under pressure. You can just let your DPS take care of it. I got you. Keep fighting. Here, you should just regroup. You're way too low. If you like throw a fire strike or something, all it takes is like 2 hits from that guy. He's damaged because you'll die. Just let yourself get healed here. I will throw another. You have 2 fire strikes just sitting, doing nothing. So again, I'll do what I always do. I'll throw a fire strike here and probably aim it at like the door, so that anyone that may be like in this little area can get hit, but also anyone coming out of spawn maybe can't react to it and gets hit. More ult charge. But let's see what you do. Okay, that's good. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, the bitch blows, right? So I guess she didn't hit the knife, but if she hits the knife here, you'd be even more out of position than you already are. Look at all this spam, 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 damage boost potentially. You cannot go this deep in, especially when they have CC like hers. Like you should almost never be this deep in, unless you have like unless if in some way someday you actually get to like GM or something where Sims use their TPs for shit like this. You should pretty much never be here. It's really bad.
Shield activated.
Let's see if we can exactly just how low you got.
Destroyed.
Check it out. Low 90. All it takes is like an extra headshot, a discord, and boom, you get shredded to the point where you just cannot react. Your shield, if you get out of here, that's almost insulting. You just should not. Okay, somehow you do, but instead of continuing to back up into this corner, this very important corner, this choke, you instead just kind of come back. Again, remember we always talk about don't stand in the middle, especially against people that can poke you out because they'll just shred right through you. You should absolutely be backing up here. Instead of trying to hit her back or something, like go back into them to get a hit on her or something. It's like no, like they're gonna melt you. They might, yep, see, they're just gonna melt you. Let's try and look at that back and see how it could have went had you just continue to pull back. You're here, or you know, yeah, that's when you go in. Speed this up. Yeah, by the time you died, you could have been here in this corner where they have no angle on you, and they would have had to continue running and running and running. And in here, another thing, well, your Ana's here now, so she has a better angle. But imagine she was playing a bit more back, like here, here, maybe around this pillar. If you continue to pull back, imagine she like misses a shot or something because she has this pole. Literally, that stuff like that, unlucky shit can happen. Had you just pulled all the way back, she doesn't have to worry about this pole. And maybe she misses a shot on you when you go back. She has this pole, and that shot would have saved you. Like it's like little mistakes like that can be so punishing, and they would just be avoided by just doing the fundamentally correct thing, which is they're clearly pressuring me by outpoking the shit out of me. I have to back up and play my life, not go into them at all. Alright. Now here we just gonna. Actually, yeah, gets 2 kills there. That's already good. I would charge her here. Okay, so let me tell you something. A lot of times, think Numbani first point, right? Think about that same little turn in that little room. A lot of times, when an enemy goes like all the way into like a corner, right, like this right here, you want to charge him, right? So it's kind of like how Numbani is kind of inverted because it goes from over there to over here. Right? Imagine you're in Numbani, right? When the team is rushing and they make it all the way to the end of the wall, right, and then now they're looking at you, you know, you see the stairs and shit. You want to just charge, right? Like right here, you see her going into this wall. You should just when she's here and you see her kind of moving in this way, you should just charge this way, and you will both meet and you will get a nice charge. In this scenario, you can't really do much more. Like you just have too much spam. Retaking this, and you look how far your team is. It's just what the fuck. It's gonna be very difficult, right? Let's see how much time I got. They've fully taken it. Again, I'm not that big of a fan of this either because you kind of walked forward to throw that fire strike again. If you get pulled by the knife, you can catch a lot of damage. Now they don't have that good of an angle on your full HP, but like still, it's just about habit, right? Like when you see a knife and you see that blue bean, like you should just be worried because like you can get shredded, man. Like you just have to like keep that in mind. Just don't fall into the habit of not respecting cooldowns like that. Honestly, I'd probably just stay right here. Exactly, because you can contest like you can't really do shit here, right? If they have someone like a soldier, he can just stand here and poke the shit out of you. You cannot hit anyone here. You and also we're already covering this side, right? So you're better off staying right the fuck here and just swinging your shield and just wait for someone to walk in. Cause now either they walk into a really shitty spot where they're clearly playing into your preferred angle, preferred position and shit. Versus here, you can't really do shit here. So I would just stay where the queen was at. I would charge her here. Imagine you charge her, right? Let's see how weak she is. 282. Charge does like what? 200, nearly 250. She'd be one shot, literally. Let's imagine now. Let's imagine now you charge and throw fire strikes because again, in the future we're supposed to be implementing our fire strikes into our gameplay often. Let's look at this map back and imagine that you charge and immediately fire strike and you hit the fire strike. Hey, look, you got like what, a swing and a fire strike in there. You had so much time to just like literally you didn't even have to fire strike. You could have charged her here, and then two swings or something would have done it. Or her supports. The Mercy's not gonna react to that. The Zen is not gonna do shit. You get a kill. If you literally just go for the charge, that she doesn't even have that much room here either to like move around. Yeah, she goes here and has to then go through your swings to get back with her team. Or she, we're not even gonna talk about what happens to her if she stays in this area. So yeah, just like fire strikes, you have to implement. No, you have to know how to implement charges into your like regular good old fight to fight gameplay because it's really important, right? So a big tip for that also is you have to think about their damage, right? And you have to think about where you want to end it. So here, because there's no one else but the queen, and because there's not even that much distance between you and her, one, that means two things. She doesn't have that much room to dodge your see what's in my health. I'll be ending this soon. She doesn't have that much room to. We'll probably end it on this point. She doesn't have that much room to dodge your shit, so that's good for you. And also, she doesn't have that much time to poke you out because it's a short distance. It's a short range to close, right? But say in a moment like say Card is here, right, and her team is here and shit, and you're here instead. This is and say the card is like what? It ends right here, right, with on this line. This isn't nearly as good because if you charge here, right, even though this is kind of short as well, they have a ton of angles on you, right? Now say they're moving in this corner, right, and their tank is like around here, and for whatever reason you're like around here, right? Even if her whole team is there, it's probably fine to go for a charge here, right? Because your support should be behind you, either the high ground or here. So long as they don't have some crazy spam, even if you see your whole team there, right? Like imagine those moments where so much red on your face on right, and all you're trying to do is pull back, right? You're here, pulling back, pulling back, pulling back, pulling back. She's pressuring you. She's in your face. You could, well, you can do a lot of jump back, right? Or just jump and charge, right? And what a lot of times this will do is this will give you like a bit more clearance, right? It will open up your path a bit more when you jump into a certain direction into a charge, and it'll just help you kind of guide your way to the enemy better, right? And again, so long as they don't have crazy spam, because this isn't so short, whatever spam you take probably won't be enough to punish your life. Okay.